So we're here at Telmap again at MWC 2012, and we're taking a look at a kind of interesting extension to normal navigation. So just take us through what the name of this product is and what's going on here, yeah?
So, okay, we're talking about Telmap Location Companion. Location Companion is something that you would use as a person on the road, on the go, when you need to search for things, when you need to search for things that are around you or interact with places that are around you. There are different things that are offered through the application. It starts from content that is offered on the screen, and it goes on to the full navigation that we'll see in a minute, the experience of driving to those locations. The things that you can find are related to content, so I can search for restaurants, for example. I just click restaurants and I'll get the results on the map or as a list around me. Those results sometimes come from local providers.
Yeah, I was going to ask, is this local cache or...
Zagat,
oh, right.
Or
okay.
Good Pub Guides in the UK, or Prince in Germany. So
from
everywhere
partners,
you buy, you get that solution, you get the local experience and the local content providers.
I was going to actually ask, is this locally cached, this information, or are you going to need a 3G connection while you're moving to get this information?
So this is an online solution.
Online solution,
the data is updated very frequently. You can get deals, for example, that are valid for 24 hours. So it must be online. It can't be cached for a long while. The maps, of course, we do the caching, so you don't need, while navigating, you don't need so much data as you drive along.
Right.
So you could get results from those providers. When you do get them, you can get reviews, star rating, opening hours, comments from other users. And of course, eventually when you see a result, you can always drive to that location. Everything that you get, or any results that you get through our product, you can always get to that location eventually. Other things that you can have inside the application is things like deals. So I'm searching for deals around me, and I got 10% for a chocolate boutique coupon. As a chocolate boutique coupon, I can go in and see more of the details, and I can actually go and redeem that coupon at that store.
Right.
I also have this was one thing. I also have sometimes different premium services for users. So again, depending where you are, for example, in France, Wikango or Coyote are premium services that users need to pay for if you want to get your risk zones alerts while navigating. Sometimes traffic could be a premium service that you would want to get. We see many people that are in European countries, and when they take the solution, they get the local maps. But over the weekends or over the holidays, they want to start going with the family to other locations, so they expand their cover and they buy the European map. So these are different premiums that you can get. Some cool features are Find My Car, so I finish my drive session and I just save my location, and then of course can get back to it so I don't lose my car. Another one is Fun Voices. So going with the same voice every time, the same lady or the same man telling me turn right, turn
So this is where I buy the Darth Vader voice, right? Here we go, Voice of God.
Exactly, Voice of God, Voice Trayer.
Okay.
Kim Cattrall, all those, you can go in, you can preview those sounds, and you make a one-time purchase, and from that point on, these these funny voices are going to give the instructions with embedded jokes in them, and randomization sometimes. So you would get, turn right, and told you to turn right, or different, some jokes around those services.
So this is kind of, I've seen some of this stuff before. In fact, I've seen a lot of this stuff before. But you've got something over here which I think is also pretty cool. As a part, this is a part of the app, right?
Yeah, it is part of the app. So let's say we find the locations, and then we need to drive to that location somehow. And we made sure that the driving experience is going to be a fun experience. Over here, you see a simulation of a car just driving from one place to another. You can see the textures around me in a very clear and bright way. You can see the train tracks around me. I can start panning. I can see the next turn flashing on the route, so I know where to go. I know where to expect my next turn. I can of course turn around the map and see some POIs on the map, like gas stations or parking lots. Now these are 3D models that are synced to my device, so we can add more landmarks or advertising or anything we need to put on the map as 3D models that are coming over the from the cloud to my device. I can go back to my car and play a bit with the car. Of course, you can look at the car from different directions, but I can also try and change the car to something else. If I'm a student, I would go to a cheap car like a Lada.
No, if you're a student, you'd take a Ferrari.
Yeah, so now I went into a Ferrari, but if I'm in a good mood, then I can just click here again, and I'll get a duck that is driving on the road and showing where we're going.
Okay.
Along my route, I can also see how different people report things on the map.
So this is important, actually. I think this is one of the key features. This is kind of community reporting, crowdsourced information, live on the map. It's not only sort of public information, but it's information that's grouped. It's also let's say validated and filtered, so you don't get a mass of information. You just get the important sort of one indicator for, say, a traffic jam, or what have we got here? A policeman.
There are different things that you can report. It also depends on the country. So in some countries you cannot report on a policeman or something like that. But,
right. So these are some of the features.
On a heavy traffic or reporting on an accident, that's something that will be very valuable to most users. As soon as I make that report, that's going on the map. I'll be able to switch over to the map. And there are different ways to look at the map. If I'll switch over to the map overview, we'll be able to see that there are different reports on the map. Here's the one that I just made. So I'll zoom in.
There we go.
And I can see my report. If I touch that report, you can actually see that person inside the community. You see his avatar, you see his ranking, sometimes his name, and you can see what he was reporting about and where it is.
So when users report stuff and they report good stuff, they get a good rating, or do other users rate rate them?
So what we do is we work with professionals that actually know how to filter those results. And when you make a report and it's a bogus report, like you reported a traffic jam and you're actually driving 100 kilometers per hour, then we get...
You lose credibility.
You lose credibility and you're going to lose your points.
Right, okay. Yeah.
And of course, if you're the first one to report a traffic jam or an accident, and this is a valid accident, and many others after you came in and reported, then you're going to get points for your report and from anyone else who's reporting behind you.
Do you also implement things like badges and, chief traffic jam reporter or master of speed? Yeah, for example. And then I can see this going one step further, and actually rewards in terms of special offers coming to those people that do the best reporting, right?
Exactly. The person that reports the best or his highest rank this week, for example, and I showed you before, I mean, you have your own avatar, and depending on your ranking, you might have a crown, and only if you're first or second, you will be able to select a crown as your accessory.
Right.
I'll switch over here and you can see that as a user in the community, I can select how I want to look like. So I can select to be a blondie, a Messi, a cloud, or whatever.
So you can
change over to
change your avatar. And
so I have an avatar, I have my mood, easygoing, happy, in love, sexy, or whatever. And I can also select some accessories. And these accessories depend on your ranking. So the crown will be available only to someone that is really a good reporter in the community. Of course, you can also select to be a kind of anonymous inside the community. You don't allow anyone to see you.
So is this an app that's available now, or is this something you're working on, or is this just a demo, or
So as we saw here, I mean, the driving, that's a real experience. This is not available yet out there in the market. This is available now from us, and it will take a few months until it goes out to the real operators. And
so you're looking to put this out through operators. It's not likely to be an app in the App Store, or...
Traditionally or mostly our solution is offered through the mobile operators. It would be Orange Maps, for example, in France. Sometimes it is called Telmap, as it is in Germany, but it would be white labeled for the country, for the location, for the mobile operator that you're buying your phone from.
Okay, and what do you call the product again?
We call it the Location Companion.
The Location Companion. Yeah. All right, so that's a demo of the Location Companion. It's really kind of like web-enabled, gamified navigation. I think, great ideas here. I hope that no one no one gets angry that this is kind of like gaming navigation and creating distractions. I'm sure if you put the relevant disclaimers on, it's going to work. This is Chippy at Mobile World Congress with Telmap. Thanks for watching.